Friends, in this video we'll break down the top 1 altcoin of the world's second economy, China. Vechain is very different from other projects, and in this video you will understand why. What's going on with Vechain? How will it help China save $155 billion? And should we expect growth in September? Let's get to the bottom of it right now. Traditionally, let's start with a history of the project, then we'll look at the latest white paper where all the secrets of success lie, and finally we'll look at the prospects of the VET token. I remind you that there is a time code in the video, so you can easily go to the section you need. Vechain was founded in 2015 by Sunny Lu, the former Chief Information Officer of Louis Vuitton, China. Vechain first ran on the Ethereum blockchain, but in 2018 it moved to its own network and became one of the largest blockchains, backed by many China-influencing companies. Vechain especially played a crucial role during the COVID-19 epidemic in 2020. As you may recall, China was the most affected country by COVID, but the problems did not stop at diseases. After the lockdown, supermarkets quickly ran out of food due to disrupted global supply chains. Conventional supply control systems failed, and people found themselves without food they needed to survive. Vechain came to the rescue. In partnership with Walmart China, Vechain offered a solution to the problem of tracking food supplies and launched the blockchain traceability platform. The solution allows blockchain technology to be deployed in the food sector with the fastest lead time compared to any other platform in the industry. In truth, the platform was unveiled back in 2019, but it was widely used during COVID. How does it work? Imagine you need to track a delivery of a large shipment of meat to a store. You care about how long the meat will be in transit, what the temperature is in the refrigerator during transit, how long it takes to unload, and how soon it will get to the customer. There's just too much data to keep track of without additional trust. Vechain is what gives you access to transparent data without corruption and other supply chain issues, which is especially true in China with its huge population and demand for food. Studies show that 71% of companies are willing to pay a premium of up to 37% extra for transparency in all food delivery operations. A recent study by Cointelegraph Consulting shows that implementing blockchain in food supply chains will save up to $155 billion a year and increase additional revenue by $47 billion. As you can see, the numbers are quite impressive, and the demand for Vechain's technology is already there and will only grow over time. We are used to investing in obvious projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, but Vechain is different in a good way. Vechain is working with big companies, and the project was originally conceived as a business offering solutions, not just a way to attract investment and do nothing. Walmart is not the only Vechain use case in the food industry. China's blockchain has more than 10 real-world use cases, and in addition to Walmart, it has helped large companies such as PwC, Deloitte, and BMW. But its most prominent partner is the Chinese government. Vechain has been tapped as the government's blockchain technology partner to plan, design, and implement blockchain-powered processes for the government of the Guiyang area, an economic zone in Shanghai. Since Vechain is so awesome, let's see what we can expect from the project in the future. Despite its long presence in the market, Vechain is not standing still and is moving forward on its roadmap. Layer 2 blockchain, DAO, stablecoin, and many other features are planned to be launched in the first half of 2024. Many of these new innovations will use the VET token, which will also increase its value, but we'll talk about that in the second part of the video. For now, I want to go through the key points of the new Vechain 3.0 white paper that was released in March of this year. I read all 72 pages and will now share with you the conclusions about the future of Vechain and its tokenomics. Vechain aims to build a blockchain biosphere for sustainability to catalyze collective action on major sustainability challenges, such as climate change and inequality. Each ecosystem will have its unique business model, stakeholders, incentives, and technology requirements tailored to its purpose. For example, a fashion resale ecosystem will look very different from an EV battery recycling ecosystem. Let's take a closer look at the example of how Vechain will be used in the second-hand fashion market. Fashion brands would embed clothing and accessories with tags containing unique ID codes. These would be digitized into NFTs on the blockchain, creating a digital passport for each item. The NFT passport would include manufacturing details such as emissions and materials used, as well as the item's history like repairs and ownership changes. This provides transparency. Instead of paying for expensive third-party authentication services, buyers could simply scan the tag with their phone to verify an item's authenticity and history when buying used. Ultimately, this ecosystem would provide circularity in fashion, where reselling becomes the norm instead of discarding clothes after limited use. Vechain will provide the base layer blockchain platform and developer tools, but the ecosystem will be built by partners who share the vision, with the Vechain acting as the enabler and the connector. This is similar to what Ethereum has done by allowing blockchains to launch their own Layer 2 solutions, such as Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, and more. Unfortunately, the new white paper doesn't say much about tokenomics, but here are the conclusions I've drawn. Within the blockchain biosphere model, VET would likely be used as a base value token across the various sustainability-focused ecosystems and applications built on top of Vechain Thor. The interconnected ecosystems would require a common token for value exchange and governance participation. As the native token of the platform, VET provides this base value. And here we smoothly approach the unique tokenomics of Vechain, which we will now analyze. Let's start with the fact that Vechain ecosystem uses two tokens, VET and VTHO. VET serves as a value transfer medium, in other words, to provide access to the services and features of Vechain. Meanwhile, VTHO is used as a means to pay for gas within the network. Why this concept? The main goal is to separate the value of using the blockchain from speculation. As soon as you buy a VET, VTHO tokens start flowing into your account, which you can use for transaction fees. With this system, Vechain can separate the direct costs of using Vechain Thor from the price of the VET. According to the white paper, 70% of the VTHO tokens used for the transaction fees are destroyed. The remaining 30% goes into the pockets of the validators. But we're not interested in VTHO because its price is regulated by the Vechain Foundation, and the token itself has an infinite supply, which is definitely not a good investment, unlike the VET token. The VET token issuance is 86 billion, of which 84% or 72 billion coins are already vested. This is a good number because almost all the coins are in circulation, which means there will be no pressure on the price. 86 billion is the final number. No new coins will be produced. However, the number of coins in circulation grows by 6 to 7% every year, which should also be taken into account. It is also necessary to understand how VET tokens were distributed to early investors and whether VET is a security. The token sale took place in 3 stages: corporate investment, private round, and crowd sale. It's still a mystery how much the project raised, but one thing is clear: 75% of all tokens were sold to investors. Time will tell if this is good or bad. In the past bull market, it trapped the price of VET, but will this scenario happen again? When we open the daily chart of VET, we see a very long accumulation period of more than a year. A similar situation occurred during the last bear market, which then led to a wild 75-fold rise in the asset. But is this situation about to repeat itself? To find out, let's open the chart of VET/BTC. Here we can clearly see that the price is now at its 3-year low. There is a good entry point with a long-term objective, but which one? At the last peak, one VET was worth 470 Satoshis. Let me remind you that there are 100 million Satoshis in one Bitcoin. Now let's imagine that Bitcoin reaches 100K in the next cycle, which is a conservative target. In this case, the price of VET will be 47 cents, and that is already 2,800% of the current value. Share in the comments if you believe in such a value for VET. I, honestly, not so much. As for the short-term scenario, I will be brief. Just as I predicted a long-term sideways trend in March, I don't expect much change in the market until early 2024. Maybe a local spike to 3 cents this fall, but no more. So VET is waiting for another 4 months of sluggish movement without significant changes. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.